And for the last time, lay off the whiskey. Oh, hi. Hello to no one, because nobody's here yet. So, guess I just said that for the fun of it. Guess there's nothing left to do, but I will twiddle my thumbs until people get here. I'll just sit here, contemplating my own existence. Contemplating how reality is just a string of lies I tell myself with my brain piece. So how goes it, everyone? Everyone who is not here? Wait a minute for people to show up. Excuse me, sorry. Oh. I'm sleepy. So I guess I can talk to you. Oh, wait, can't I? Now you're no good drunk. How you like to turn into blonde women and pick up guys at the bar. And sometimes blonde men. Well, blonde man. Sorry, that joke was funnier in my head. Actually, that's a terrifying thought, because with the ditto face, that would just be horrifying. They're stealing all my viewers. How dare they be a bigger channel than me? How dare you, Triple Jump? I'm calling you out live on stream. Hello, Afro Otaku. Hello, you're the only one here so far, mate. So welcome to the party. The party of two, apparently. And he's gone. And he's gone. Great. Oh, this is just terrific so far. Finally able to do a live stream. And of course, YouTube's not. Oh, he is here. The view count went down to 0. Huh, weird. So, of course, the one time in a while, I've actually been able to do a live stream, and YouTube doesn't want to tell anybody about it. Produce video consistently deliver similar content. I do that, and yet it still won't promote me. So, what do you want me to do? Right. What I'll do, I'll put out a tweet to say that I am live now. You're witnessing history here. Oh, hey, Jimmy Potato's here. Okay, more people are showing up. Hey, maybe nearby, she's close by. No, she's upstairs asleep at the moment, so I doubt she's gonna be joining me on this stream. I was hoovering earlier, so she's probably gone to hide from the hoover. Oh, hey, people are showing up. Hey, I didn't even need to post the tweet. But I'm going to do it anyway. Because I need the attention to justify my own existence. Hey, everybody. Hey, well, I am very sorry that there haven't been any live streams for a couple of weeks now. It's just things kept happening every Monday that prevented me from doing them. But I wanted to get at least one done before I head off to Japan, which, as the time of streaming this, I'm heading off this Sunday to go over to Japan. So don't know how realistic it would be to do a live stream while I'm out there. Probably not very realistic at all, but you know, I want to get something done for heading out there. So let's get this extraordinarily late lunch started. As always, we start with the banana. Eat your fruit, kids. You shut up back there, Ditto. To see my sister and nieces. Yep, that is why I'm going. I mean, of course, I'm going to do touristy stuff while I'm out there as well. But yeah, no, I'm going to meet my nieces, which is going to be incredible. I really can't wait for that. What was I going to say? I was actually messaging my sister earlier about the fact that I plan on going to the Moomin Cafe in Tokyo, which was brought up in I think my last stream that I did. Because basically, if you go there by yourself, they'll give you like this plushie of one of the characters to sit with, and I just want to sit there. I just want to bare my soul to this plush toy. I just want to tell them like, oh yeah, and then I injured my shoulder. It wasn't from a cool wrestling move. It was from mislifting a ring post and things like that. And just see if I can actually make a plush toy depressed. I mean, obviously I can't really, but I just want to see if it's like slumped afterwards. It's like, what did you do? You depressed him. Oh. Just picture sitting with like a plush of Moomin Troll and it'd be like, can I please sit with anybody else? Oh yeah, Afro Otaku's birthday was this past Tuesday, so everybody be sure you wish him a happy birthday. And speaking of, my present to you was sent off today, and it should be there fairly soon. Trying to think of what else has been going on, or what else will be going on, or what other plans I have in Japan. No, I've been looking up things to do while I'm there, and there's a lot I want to try. Realistically, I can't do all of it, but I want to try and fit in as much as possible. I've got a whole separate suitcase. I've got my main suitcase of all my stuff, which is nearly packed now. But I've got a separate smaller suitcase which is full of presents for the bubbas, for the babies. So once I've given all the presents to the baby, because it's not just things for me, it's from other family members and family friends and things like that. And once I've given the babies all their gifts and stuff, I can use that suitcase as just my souvenir suitcase, just my merchandise suitcase. I'm just gonna come back with a suitcase just full of like loads of stuff from Japan. I really can't wait to go again. I'm really looking forward to it. I really enjoyed it last time I was there, so I can't wait to go again. I do. When did my phone go? I do have a translation app to help me for when my sister obviously can't join me because she's got the kids to look after. I was a moose once. Exactly. So that'll help me. Help me somewhat. I only need the basics, really, just like things like where's the train station, where's the toilet, and things like that. So no, you can't come, Ditto. Shut up. So yeah, fun times are ahead. I am going to try to take some video while I'm out there, but So I thought something was wrong there. Yeah, I am going to try and take video and stuff while I'm out there, and hopefully we'll get something uploaded to YouTube. Will be the first time I've actually done something that wasn't a live stream in a while, so that would be good. That would be good. What was I going to say? I feel like there was more I was going to say, but I've forgotten a lot of it now. And don't worry, I'm not going to go to a sacred site and well, not a sacred site. I'm not going to go to Suicide Forest and film a dead body. You don't have to worry about that. That was probably uncouth to make that reference, but you know, I feel it was going to be inevitable. Yeah, Logan Paul. Don't much care for him, but I don't think many do anymore because he's shown time and time again that he's an idiot. But I keep saying to people, if you keep giving Logan Paul attention, he's not going to go away. Because unlike the Americans, I respect other cultures. No, I'm joking. That was meant to be an ironic statement. So, he did. Yeah, he did give. Gaijin have a bad enough reputation in Japan as it is, and he's not helping the cause. But I do know the Rugby World Cup is on at the moment, so there's going to be quite a few Gaijin around. So I bet the guy who last time I was over there walked by me and said "Baka Gaijin" is loving that. He was such a charming fellow. He was such a charming fellow, thinking I didn't know what that meant. That is a humbling experience, actually. That is one thing that's interesting about going to Japan is that I'm going to be the racial minority over there, and that is a humbling experience because it really gives me an insight as to like what racial minorities in this country go through. So yeah, that's an interesting experience. So what else is in the news lately? Let's see what's in the newspaper today. I wish I had a newspaper to make that gag funny, but anyway. By the way, right, speaking of things that are happening recently, I noticed there's this new thing going around, celebrities talking about how they're going to block trolls and things like that, and people talking about, yeah, let's block trolls, let's stop giving them attention. Like this is some kind of revolutionary idea, even though this is what people should have been bloody doing in the first place. And I used to do this on my old channel. I was quite vocal about the fact that I did that. And people call me a wuss because of that. They're like, oh, you can't take criticism. Oh, you can't take a bad comment. First of all, calling me an idiot or saying that I'm ugly, that's not criticism. That's not criticism. Cussing me out and saying that my video sucks is not criticism. Second, why should I have those negative people in my life? I don't need that negativity in my life. So it's like, why shouldn't I block people who are giving me trouble? Life is a depressing thing to begin with. I don't need any more negativity in my life than I already have. I just love this, that people think, that's what the blocking thing is for. This is a revolutionary idea. It's been there since the beginning. It's just your stupid pride, like you're some kind of hero by fighting back, that that made you not notice it. Even then, trolls never go away. No, they don't. But like the best thing you can do is just try and ignore them. Because at the end of the day, what a troll wants is attention. So and they're going to find a way to get that attention one way or the other. Anyway, it's an all-day breakfast sandwich I've got today. I know it's my standard go-to one, but it's this is kind of an impromptu show, so um, just kind of went with the basics today. Though the treat I've got for myself is quite nice. Just gonna post into YouTube saying I'm live. As a mixed race girl, I get a lot of crap, mostly from other minority groups, in particular from other Hispanics. And that's a shame. I'm sorry to hear that. I went to A Fest the other day with my friend, well, a friend of mine, and really enjoyed it. That's good. I'm glad. I'm glad you had a good time. But yeah, like I say, it's an experience I completely, I haven't been to Japan and having to deal with people who, will walk by me and say, stupid foreigner. That, I understand what it's like now. I've gotten a taste of what that's like, and it's not nice. It really isn't. And don't get me wrong, most people in Japan are lovely. Most people in Japan are really nice. But, obviously there are the few like, oh, we should have never let foreigners into this country, just like you get over here as well, and in other parts of the world. I'm amazed that we still have this in 2019, but unfortunately we do. Yeah, Afro Otaku's had his fair share of trolls as well. I've seen what he's had to be through with some shitty people. Anyway, this ice cream took a nosedive really quickly. This got really depressing really quickly. Usually people who say I'm not Hispanic enough. What? Not Hispanic enough? What the? Because I'm a white dad. That's, oh my gosh. That, and unfortunately, this is something I'm worried about my nieces going through because obviously they're half Japanese. That's the whole reason. Like my sister does want to move back over to the UK. Hopefully at the beginning of next year because in Japan they're still a bit funny about mixed race children and they feel they'll have a better opportunity over here, like growing up. I think that. I mean, on the one hand, I'd love having the babies over here, but on the other hand, it's and I'd love having my sister back, but that being one of the reasons she wants to come by, that's just it's amazes me the state the world's still in. But again, why have things gone so down? This is a KHF video. Things are meant to be silly. Things are meant to be funny too. But things are meant to be. Oh, Emma, it's time for an experiment today. I'm going to take Ditto and I am going to shove loads of needles into him. You know what you did. Actually, that is one thing I'm contemplating at the moment. Now things are going to get serious again. Is whether or not moving enough depressing topics. Let's talk about something fun. Right. So Darkness and I are going to good enough with the. Oh, I won't do that joke again. Yeah, Jeff, are you going to try the same thing as last week? It isn't going to work. On the plus side, I've been watching Nichijou. I've heard of that. I've never watched it, but I know of it. I can't say anything about it either way, but I know of it. Yeah, moving forward with videos, like I do want to get back to making videos properly, but at the moment where my life is and where I'm at mentally, like having to write our whole KHF script seems like such a job at the moment. And um, have I ever seen the anime called Overlord? No, I have not. I'm afraid. But anyway, yeah, writing out a KHF script seems such an arduous task at the moment. And I remember when I was doing the Anime Jack stuff and um, like how I had a lot more fun there because I could just be genuine and improv everything. And I'm noticing, like in the modern age of the internet, the idea of a character review, like being an exaggerated version of yourself because you have self-confidence issues and create this over-the-top character to deal with them. I noticed the idea of being a character is kind of dying out, especially after amidst all the, Channel Awesome controversy. Um, and whatnot. I feel that genre is kind of dying down a bit, so I'm now wondering, is it more worthwhile for me to just be myself moving forward? I mean, that would mean no more in the sky, and I know plenty of people will be upset about that, but I'm wondering, will that help my channel to grow and help me to grow, as a content creator? Because as time goes on, you've got to grow and evolve with the times, and I think I'm trying to keep a medium alive for an audience that's outgrown it. The Chaser Channel thing, yeah, that's what I meant when I mentioned Channel Awesome. Yeah, no, this is just my ponderings at the moment. Nothing set in stone, but maybe I'll maybe I'll do this really over the top goodbye to the KHF character, just like this, like ironically serious. Like I'll do it really seriously, but it's meant to be funny because of how serious it is. This thing of him being like, there was a time when character reviewers were free to make their own way in the world, but our time is coming to an end. Maybe it's time for all of us to move on. Maybe it's time for you to deal with your insecurities. Maybe you're right, KHF. Maybe you're right. Something like that, like something that's taking itself way more seriously than it needs to. Uh, like have me walking about just all slumped over, thinking about what Dr. KHF said, and then like, I don't know. I don't know. What do you think? Atop the fourth wall knockoff KHF, which is the previous incarnation of KHF, the one with the tragic backstory in the robbery of Turkey. I just haven't been like, where's my wife? Maybe at some point I'll be like, where's Doofus KHF? And that'll be the one who's still like in the Hardy phase, the phase we don't ever talk about. The phase of my life I'm not proud of. Anyway. Yeah, this is just something I'm thinking of about how the medium is changing and whatnot. Because back when YouTube first started out, like as far as anyone understood, people were putting up videos as themselves. It was YouTube broadcast yourself, and what people put out there. Um, you know, as far as anyone knew, that was the person just filming themselves being themselves. It's why like in the early days, so many people thought like the AVGN was like genuinely this guy who got overly angry, old difficult NES games. Whereas obviously in the modern day, we realize that it's just a character, and the joke is that these games are really old and they're not worth getting that angry about. But he does obviously, and that's the joke. Actually, I suppose in saying that about character reviewers, I suppose his character has survived all these years, so maybe there is a precedence there. Huh. Wow, I think I just got through a dilemma about my content on live on stream. I think you just saw me go through a moral dilemma live on stream and come to a somewhat conclusion. Oh, 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 God bless you, James Rolfe. You will always be a source of inspiration for everybody and a source of helping people to get through a dilemma. But I notice he does do a lot of things as James Rolfe now. So, maybe I can do a mixture of both. Maybe I can do some KHF stuff like over exaggerated looks at anime and then do things as just me. Just looking at this stuff from a more grounded perspective. I think I mentioned doing that before, but yeah, maybe now I can actually put that in place. I guess part of the formula that makes it worth it is, are you having fun with it? Yeah, I suppose that maybe if I went back to KHF, I'd find I'm having a lot of fun. Maybe the thought of doing it is worse than actually doing it. It's like with my wrestling training. I love doing it. I really love it. I'm really loving it at the moment. I was actually disappointed yesterday when classes had to be cancelled because not enough people were coming out. But the journey there it's long, right? It's quite the trek there. I mean, technically, it's only 2 trains, but it is still quite the distance. It's quite the annoying journey, especially because the location is a bit out of the way. And like the thought of doing that journey, like really, I'm just, oh gosh, I have to do that journey. But once I get there, I have a lot of fun and I really enjoy it. It's the thought of going there that's difficult. That's finds me with difficulty. So maybe the thought of doing it, like doing KHF stuff, will be worse than actually doing it. I don't know. Maybe I'm giving it all too much thought, but that's the state I'm in, and I've barely started on this sandwich, so I'm going to eat more now. uh, Maybe you got to do the old British give a stiff upper lip and do KHF. Maybe so. Maybe so. I'll try it again, see what happens, because no, I did used to have a lot of fun doing KHF. I've changed editing software a few times now, but I can figure out how to do my own like new software. And I want to incorporate new characters like CJ and stuff. So yeah, we'll see. Like, because I love the idea of KHF just having an android butler who looks exactly like him. And just be like, oh well, I wanted him to look like the smartest person I know, so I custom ordered him to look like me. I mean, who better to help me than me? Maybe I can do a whole thing of like of like deviants trying to free CJ has been doing the whole you're free now. I set you free. I release you, I set you free. And CJ just been like, I'm already deviant. And just androids are just like, what? And he's like, yes, I'm deviant. I'm deviant. I'm completely here by choice. The master pays me very well. I'm not a slave. I'm his employee. I am employed as his butler. He pays me very well, gives me reasonable hours, and is a good friend of mine. I'm more than happy to serve him. And like that's just an alien concept to the Detroit androids. Because that was one thing that did annoy me about Detroit. I thought it was all right, but one thing that did annoy me is this idea of humans bad outright. Humans bad, treat androids as slaves. There's like one character. There's like one human character who's like a support of the androids. I mean, yeah, technically Hank can, but that all depends on your choices as Connor. It's like there's like no middle ground, no grey areas. It was just slavery bad, humans bad, that sort of thing. And of course, slavery is bad, obviously. Um, it's just how black and white, no pun intended, that the whole story treated the issue. Like, there's no like androids who maybe like what they do, maybe like where they work, and we all know that. Obviously, no need to ham-fist it. Yeah, and that's one thing that That's one of many things that annoy me about David Cage and his way of storytelling. And yet the man thinks he's some kind of genius. Lot like Doug Walker away. And back to channels. No, I'm joking. No need. No need for that language, Ditto. Sorry about that. And also, with a character like CGI can bring some dry, sarcastic wit to, like, to the KHF stuff, like, just Ditto being a troublemaker as usual. Yeah, well, you all know, you know what a troll he is. But yeah, like I can bring some dry sarcasm to like the sound sarcastic butler stuff. Like, so everything in that every single ingredient in that experiment was bad. This explosion was the natural conclusion. But we had to see for sure, CJ, for science, because there was the possibility it couldn't. Have I played Borderlands 3? Not yet, I haven't, but thing is, I'm kind of thing is, I'm having to save money for Japan at the moment. So sorry, another comment about it not being lunchtime distracted me there. Yes, well, lunch with KHF is rarely ever actual lunch with KHF because I have to keep time zones in consideration. Oh wait, no, I haven't played Borderlands 3 yet because I have to save money for Japan. I'm gonna play that and other games I'm missing out on when I get back. I I am aware because YouTube keeps sorry, I shouldn't have scratched my armpit on screen there. Sorry about that. I am aware of all the controversy surrounding Borderlands 3's development because YouTube is hell bent on recommending me all of Jim Sterling's videos on it. But obviously he's interesting and informative. I don't always agree with the man, but I always respect his views on things. I do agree with him on his points about loot boxes because, well, I'm very against the loot box idea. But yeah, I am aware of the shaky development that Borderlands 3 has had. But from what I hear, the final product is good. So I'm looking forward to playing it. Loot boxes and microtransactions are a plague. Yes, they are. It is gambling. It is gambling. And you can't use but the real money is completely optional thing. And the fact is, it's integrated itself into society so badly that this has become like a moral and social issue that kids face in school. It's like, you play Fortnite with the default skins. What's wrong with you? Are you that poor? And it's those kids, it's those victims who they target to try and squeeze money out of them. Makes me all the more glad I don't play Fortnite. But I hate Fortnite. Anyway, besides, I don't want to run into the new Master 69. Yeah, Michael. Oh, hello, Leonardo One. Hello, other Joe as well. I only say other Joe because of obviously my cousin Joe. The connection on my phone is more awkward on my way to class. I'm not on my way to class. Oh, you're on your way to class, obviously. Well, no, don't feel like you have to stick around out for Otaku. If you've got to go to class, you go to class, mate. You enjoy your class. You know, got to get that education. Education's important. And I'm about to burp. Pardon me. Whoa, that one was deep and meaningful. I'm glad I don't play Fortnite either. Nah, I was never going to buy into that. As I don't want to run into the Noob Master 69, or worse, have Thor threaten me to threaten to tear my arms off and shove them up my butt. It's one of the best scenes in Endgame. The best scenes. It's the idea that Korg, this huge rock creature, is getting upset over this huge rock creature is getting upset over some kid trolling him on Fortnite. You say Dr. KHF is a mad scientist. Weird, because we were talking about the KHF character earlier. But is he insane enough to ban anime breasts? Well, no, I think this is going to sound more pervy than it actually is. I shouldn't make that gesture when I say that. This is going to sound like more pervy than it actually is. I think he'd want to. This would be a good precedence for a video. Actually, I think he'd want to study how anime breasts seem to be immune to gravity. They even when a woman's wearing support in anime, her breasts seem to be immune to gravity. How is that possible? And Emma just being like, "Yeah, I'm sure that's the real reason you want to study this." CJ be like, yeah. CJ being all like, "Yes, I quite agree, sir. This does seem like a rather perverse area of study." He's like, "No, honestly, I mean it genuinely." You can see him trying to say how breast was. That could be a funny video, actually. Like him investigating like how anime breasts are immune to physics, and then and then Emma just calling him a pervert throughout it all. That could be funny. That could be funny. I see. Look, we're brewing new KHF ideas here on stream. What was I talking about before this game? Oh yeah, the whole idea of cool gig. But anyway, we've moved past that now. I'll be ever in that situation. No, it's for size. I swear. I swear. I just need to give them a little. That's bad. That's really bad. That's really. I would have to put a disclaimer saying that none of it like expresses my views on women or anything in real life. That this was just meant to be a video of comedy because we can't have any fun anymore without putting disclaimers up about it. So obviously the joke's meant to be that KHF is doing something really perverted and wrong, but he keeps claiming it's in the name of science. My next study will be why Aqua from Konosuba does not wear underwear. Of course, you get some when just taking things out of context. Yeah, I'll get yeah, I'll get the PC frat boy house on my case. But the whole joke would be like that Emma and CJ are right. You know, they're calling him a pervert and that he shouldn't be doing this. And yes, they're right. Yeah, he shouldn't be. Emma just being like, this is just your excuse to watch porn. He's like, I'm not, I swear. I'm stuck. I read it for the articles, Mum. Yeah, I think that could be a funny video. BC Jones telling me what a Latina woman what I should be offended by. Oh yeah. I actually had that happen to me at work. A couple of weeks ago when I had my sling on. And that's an update on my shoulder, by the way. I'm not 100% yet, but I've stopped wearing the sling at work, and it seems to be okay now. So that's good. Just keep doing my stretches, and hopefully it'll be good as new before long. But anyway, when I had my sling on at work, I had this. We have a click and collect service at my job, and I voluntarily went to get some parcels because I saw the shelves they were on. And I was like, they're not too heavy. I can do them even with just one arm. And I bring them down. I bring these packages down, and one of the people I give them to, this woman, is saying to me, "I think it's really unfair that you have to go and get these packages with only one arm." And I'm just saying, "Oh, I'm all right. I don't mind." So yes, but it's really unfair. I'm like, yeah, but I don't mind. I volunteered to do it. I had the option to say no, but I chose to do it anyway. And she's just keeps going on about how this is unfair and demands to speak to a manager. But unfortunately, all the managers were busy at the time. Um, the managers were busy at the time, and she did see one of them as he was taking like a technician guy to someone we needed technical help. And she demanded his name, even though I'm trying to say, no, it's fine. He didn't make me do anything. I chose to do it. Like this woman getting back. Look, I understand her heart's in the right place. I really do. I really get that. It's nice that she's concerned about my arm and the fact that I chose to do, the fact that I'm doing this despite only having one arm. But if I am saying, me with my arm in the sling, saying it's okay, I don't mind, then what's there to be offended about? But in the end, I have to give her this manager's name, and she's like, I'm reporting him to head office. Don't worry, we'll see justice on this. I'm like, there's no issue. There is no issue. I told him about it later, and he told me, don't worry about it. It's fine. It's like, there is no issue. You are creating an issue which is not there. Oh. But we had a laugh about it later. I don't think he ever got in trouble with head office about it. I mean, they probably thought, honestly, the guy probably chose to do it. He's choosing to come into work with a sling on, so he can obviously work. I'm like, and that's the thing about like this PC culture and stuff. You're getting offended on people's behalf without actually waiting to see if the person in question is offended to begin with. Like, oh, that was utterly ridiculous. I'm just like, I'm telling you, the words are coming out of my mouth. I don't mind. So when I say I don't mind, you don't. Considering you don't know me from Adam, you have not you. You know, the only conclusion you can come to is that it's all right. I don't mind. They weren't even heavy packages. For crying out loud, I weightlift. I'm training to be a wrestler. It's how I got my injured shoulder from carrying a ring post. And she thought she was doing something righteous. And again, I appreciate the sentiment. Her heart was in the right place. I want to make that abundantly clear. I appreciate the sentiment. But it's like, I'm saying it's okay. So you're creating an issue which is not there. In fact, my bosses have been very good with the sling. They've been asking me, "Do you feel like you can do this? Do you think you can?" I say, "I'll give it a try. If not, I'll let you know." It's like this whole, don't worry, I'm fighting in your corner. There's not even a fight. There's not even a fight. What? They only care uh, about other groups to make themselves look good. Yeah, I think that's an issue Rick and Morty um, touched on with its joke about the R word. Uh, yeah, I say looking back on it, I can only laugh. But like, it's the same foundation. It's like, don't worry, I'm on your side. There's not even a fight, so there's not an issue. Yeah. Uh, and and for the record, there were cases where there were giant parcels of click collect. I looked at them, looked at where they were, and I was like, no, I can't do that with my arm. I'm sorry. And everyone was cool with that. They just found someone else. Uh, uh, oh gosh. If you're wondering why Ditto's not weighing in on this, he's passed out drunk. Aren't you? I wonder why his digestive system looks actually probably best not to think about that. This has been a very interesting live stream. We've gone from talking about serious issues, moral dilemmas I have about doing videos. Now we're talking about the nature of like offended culture. It's been an interesting live stream. And the whole point of doing this live stream is just because I wanted to do one before I go off to Japan. Let's talk about JoJo. Again, I haven't seen JoJo yet. I'm probably going to see a lot of it when I'm in Japan. Not the actual show, but I'm sure like the characters are going to be in a lot of places, especially when I'm in Akihabara, because I'm going to be staying in Akihabara for 3 days while I'm over there. So yeah, sure I'll see a lot of JoJo stuff while I'm out there. Right, time for my treat today. The rustling of the bag makes it sound like it's more fancy than it is. There were other things in the bag before, as I show you. Just sugar strand donut from Greg's. It's one of the nicest things you can have. Right. Donuts. Thankfully, my soul is not tied to this donut, so I can eat the whole thing. Mm. Donut one that was rising. Yeah, who doesn't love a good donut? Uh, Donuts are tasty, yes, they are. And this one in particular is very tasty. The sprinkles are going everywhere. I'm going to have to hoover the carpet again. And I just had a flash of La Latina in my head saying that. Anyway, I'm sorry. That was disgusting. I'm sorry. When will Vegeta ever defeat Kakarot? He has beaten him once. When he fought him as Margin Vegeta, he did beat him. Because remember, he knocks him out at the end to go and deal with the Boo situation. So technically, he has won, but then he later found out, obviously, that Goku wasn't fighting him at full strength, and that pissed him off. Just found the donut is no, it wasn't the donut I was talking about. It was what I said about the carpet. But anyway, moving on because that was a disgusting joke. Anyway, actually, speaking of Dragon Ball Z, I've been watching some of the trailers for the new game, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, and to be perfectly honest, it doesn't impress me all that much. I mean, it's kind of cool, like a 3D Dragon Ball RPG, but again, it's not really doing it for me. It's like at this point, it's kind of like been there, done that. You know, it's like I understand the marketing. Like, I understand the marketing of showing like it going through all the Z era and stuff because that's the era that people are most nostalgic for. But maybe it's time to move on. Maybe it's time to try and push some of the super stuff onto a new audience. Was Super fantastic? It was just short of it, but to be perfectly fair, like looking back at Dragon Ball Z, it's not. The thing is, it held up a lot better when you were a kid. I'll just say that about Dragon Ball Z. Not saying it's bad. I love it. Don't get me wrong. I love it. I'm just saying it's one of those things that I think it's a lot better when you remember it through nostalgia. Pardon me. It's like how you remember Goku as being this iconic hero when you were a kid, and then you look at him and you see actually there's a lot of douchebaggery about him. Who's going to babysit Lily while I'm in Japan? My mother will take care of her while I'm in Japan. And I'm not going to let Lily starve yet. As you know, she is my kitty and my emergency food supply. But anyway. uh, so what else to talk about? Oh, in more anime related stuff. I've noticed because I I'm following like all the information, all the news on like the new reboot of the Fruits Basket anime. But yeah, I have still yet to actually watch the series myself. I really need to do that. But I noticed they announced who's going to be playing Reen from the manga in both the Japanese version and the English dub. I know her Japanese voice actor also did the voice of Yun in Konosuba, so that's going to be interesting. Uh, that's an interaction I want to see because Yun's, will you be my friend? I have no friends. Please be my friend. And Rin is just very f off. So the idea of them being voiced by the same person is hilarious to me. And I know Brina Palencia is going to be voicing her in the dub. While she wasn't like the first person I thought of to voice the character in the dub, I think she will do a good job. I think she is a good choice. Um, I think that's who it was anyway. Well, I did tweet about it. I tweet too much. I spend more time on Twitter than I do on YouTube. Yeah, Bruna Palencia, that was it. Yeah, no, I think she will do a good job. It's funny though because I'm used to hearing her as like kind of upbeat characters, as well. So it's going to be interesting hearing her voice as kind of this moody, standoffish, life is so cruel character. To be fair though, considering what Rin goes through, you can kind of understand why she ended up the way she did. Oh yeah, I found an old tweet of mine that it's a picture of Aqua from Konosuba with Haruhi Suzumiya, because both the light novels have the same illustrator. Um, she played Seal from Black Butler. I've never seen Black Butler, so and I said about this. I'd like to introduce you to my current ex-waifu and my future ex-waifu. I'm just like, wow, how right I was. One of them because I realized she was an evil witch, and the other because I realized she's Donald Duck. Oh, speaking of ducks, has anybody seen the new announcement for Pokemon Sword and Shield, the evolved form of Farfetch'd? Farfetch'd is finally getting an evolved form as Sirfetch'd, and Sirfetch'd is freaking amazing. He's a knight, but he's a knight version of Farfetch'd, but the leak that he carries around is his lance. It's awesome. It's amazing. If you haven't seen it yet, look it up because Sirfetch'd is freaking amazing. And hey, when I'm in Japan, I know that Farfetch'd is a Asia exclusive Pokemon in Pokemon Go, so I can catch one while I'm out there. It's a fighting time. Yeah, I know. It's amazing. I love it. I'm just like, I want one. I want one. Farfetch'd has always been the most obscure Pokemon to me. It's always been the Gen 1 one where you were just like, oh yeah, that was a Pokemon, wasn't it? Oh, yeah, I forgot about him because nobody ever used one. Like the only way to attain one in the original games was by trading with an NPC. Um, but nobody ever used one. But now, now we've been given reason to because he's got this awesome evolved form. But I think I read somewhere that it only happens in the Galar region. So I guess as someone from the Galar region, because it's UK based, I should be like, really? Farfetch'd don't evolve outside of our realm, of our region? That's weird. You've never seen a Sirfetch'd before? But yeah, Sirfetch'd looked awesome. Uh, and it's Sword exclusive. Well, Sword is the version I'm getting. So I'm getting my Sirfetch'd. But version exclusive Pokemon, that really isn't much of an issue anymore. And quite honestly, I don't really know why they bother with the two versions now because you can trade exclusive. You can trade across the Global Trade Center for exclusive Pokemon. So and that's so easy to access now. I kind of makes me wonder what the point of doing two versions is for the sake of consistency, I suppose. But still, either way, I'm looking forward to Sword and Shield. And yes, I'm disappointed about the no national decks, but you know what? That's not a deal breaker for me. It's a shame, but it doesn't ruin the game for me. So to me now, it doesn't. Oh, a couple of sprinkles got stuck to my face. So it doesn't matter to me now what exclusives that the Shield version gets because I'll be like, yeah, well, you don't have Sirfetch'd, do you? It's time for me to head out. Well, see you after talking. Well, we're going to be finishing soon anyway, so you have a good class, my friend. But yeah, Surf Edged, it's freaking amazing. It's like another Galar exclusive Pokemon I want is Galarian Coughing, because that thing is freaking amazing. I never liked Coughing as a kid; he kind of scared me, but and I've never really been one for poison types. But now I want what I want that. I want the Galarian Coughing. They've got smokestack top hats. They've got facial hair that's the smog. That is amazing. And again, because I'm basically from Galar, that should be a normal Coughing for me. But if it takes place in the modern age, I think most like Galarians would know that this is an unusual form for the Coughing. They'd be like, "Oh yeah, in Origin they do this. We know it's unusual, but that's just what happens." Yeah, Galarian Coughing is best Coughing. Oh, and excuse me. In other Pokemon news, I am aware of the news about the anime that Ash Ketchum has finally won a Pokemon League because he wins the Alolan League in the Sun and Moon season of the anime, which was trending news. Which, for me, for my personal Twitter, because you know Twitter will recommend you things that it thinks you're interested in. All that's going on in the world, all the stuff with Brexit, all the social issues the world is facing at the moment, all the tragedy that's going on in the world, and Twitter thought the thing I'd be most interested in is the fact that Ash Ketchum has won a Pokemon League. I'm like, well, yeah, you're right, but it's still funny to me. I'm like, well, nothing else. I'm like, believe in your dreams, kids. Even if it takes you 22 years to achieve, believe in your dreams. Even though after 22 years he's still only 10 years old. Oh, it's these cartoons, man. They just don't age. Pardon me. Uh, but yeah. So I'm guessing I'm guessing the Orange Islands arc is wiped from canon now. I mean, I think Veronica Taylor heard about it. Yeah, she has. She's been tweeting about it actually. But yeah, I guess Orange Islands are non-canon anymore. I mean, I guess that's for the best because we all want to forget about Tracy because F Tracy. Oh my gosh, Tracy was the embodiment of "shut up, you aren't even anything." Oh, like, there's a video on this, like the curious reason as to why Brock was temporarily written off the show. Um, it's because, and basically the reason is the writers were concerned because of Brock's lack of eyes, because he had literal lines for eyes. People might perceive him as being racist, but then, and so they've replaced him with an inoffensive white boy. But then nobody was offended by Brock. But what we were offended by was Tracy because he wasn't Brock. He wasn't nearly as interesting. He wasn't nearly as fun. He was just, hey, I like to draw. It's like, shut up, Tracy, you aren't even anything. Yeah, all the child, like, his character was, he admires Professor Oak and he likes to draw. That is it. I wouldn't call Brock an uberly deep character, but you know, he was pragmatic. He was often the voice of reason. Um, you know, he was the cook. He was the one helping Ash and Misty to stay alive. And you know, there was that the gag about his terrible luck with women, even though him being a horny bastard, but had terrible luck with women. That's what people should have been offended by is his attitude towards women. But there was an actual character there who was fun to watch. And Tracy, his whole character is, I like drawing. Oh, never liked Tracy. Never liked Tracy. It was just such a nothing character. Anyway, that I do need to start bringing things to a close now, so I'll have to do it for today. Thank you to everybody who turned up. Even though there were just a few of you, I really appreciate it. So this is probably going to be the last live stream I do for a little while, because at the end of this week, I'm flying out to Japan. But as I say, I am going to try and take a lot of video while I'm in Japan, and hopefully we'll have a video of that trip produced. Don't count on any footage of my nieces being on there, because my sister, and I agree with this, is very adamant about not putting out any images of them on social media, and I completely respect that. In a lot of ways, I agree with it. So I won't be filming any of my time with them, but the rest of my trip, I will try and film just fine. I'll be one of those douchey gaijin tourists who's filming everything, but Rugby World Cup's on, so they're going to be everywhere. So anyway, thank you to everybody who turned up, and I will see you when I get back. So everybody take care.